As the end of the Formula E season gets ever nearer, let's take a look at each driver from this year's grid and their best ever season in motorsport. Mostly based on results and position in the final standings, and in the order of the standings before the final rounds in New York. Right, let's dive in. Jean-Eric Vergne has a couple of good seasons to choose from. He scored 22 points in his last season with Toro Rosso, and obviously this year is a contender. But I'm going to go for 2018, where not only did Vergne take the Formula E crown, but also came second in the European Le Mans Series, with 3 wins in each. He'd have been first if he'd taken part in the first race. Lucas di Grassi's Formula 1 career is definitely not his best year. He had a few good years in GP2, finishing second, third and third, plus a second at Le Mans in 2016. But I'm going 2017, when Lucas di Grassi took the Formula E Championship from Buemi. Considering what he has done for the series, he deserved it. Mitch Evans hasn't had too much to shout about in recent years. Always seems to perform well without a good end result. All the way back in 2012 he had a good year, finishing second in GP2, but I'm choosing 2015 when a 5th in GP2 with 2 wins for Russian time, plus a second in class at Le Mans in LMP2. Not much to choose from, Mitch, do better. Andre Lotterer has a slew of strong Le Mans performances to choose from. He has also won the Super Formula and Super GT Championship. But in 2011 he won the Super Formula Championship, then Formula Nippon, and also won Le Mans with Audi. Antonio Felix da Costa has never had a truly great year. A couple of Macau Grand Prix wins is all that really stands up. But I'm going for this year, 5th in Formula E, but some very good performances, a win, and probably deserving of more. It can only get better for the Portuguese driver. Again, not much to choose from for Robin Frins. I'm going for this year again, as at one stage he led the Formula E Championship with 1 win. He's also in the top 10 for DTM at the moment. This can all change and I'm probably an idiot. Sebastian Buemi is obvious, right? Winning Formula E in 2016, he was also a test driver for Red Bull that year. No, I'm going for next year, 2017. He only finished second in Formula E, but he had 6 wins, and he finished second in the World Endurance Championship with 5 wins, and he was still the Red Bull test driver. How Daniel Abt is still a race driver and not a postman or street sweeper amazes me. He has pretty much never won anything, apart from the ADAC Formel Masters in 2009, which I'm not counting. He finished second in GP3 in 2012, but I'm going 2018 when he remembered he was a racing driver, got 2 wins and finished 5th in Formula E. Sam Bird is another tricky one. He always seems to win races, but never does well over a year. I'm going 2018 when he finished 3rd in Formula E with 2 race wins for Virgin. I'm going for this year with Jerome D'Ambrosio. A race win in Marrakesh, plus he led the championship earlier this year and looked good early on, let down by reliability and accidents in the second half. Oliver Rowland is still young and looks like a potential winner at times. His best year is 2017 when he finished 3rd in Formula 2 with Dams. Eduardo Mortara is the Macau master, winning the Macau Grand Prix and the Macau GT Cup on multiple occasions. He's also had good seasons in DTM. I'm going all the way back to 2010 when Mortara won the Formula 3 Euro Series and the Macau Grand Prix and looked like a future Formula 1 driver. It never worked out. 2015 is the easy one for Pascal Wehrlein. He won the DTM Championship and was a test driver for Mercedes and Force India in Formula 1. He looks certain to get a drive at a big team, somehow ending up at Manor then Sauber. He probably wishes he stayed at home instead. Felipe Massa hasn't come first in a race since 2008, and that is his best year. Coming second in the Formula 1 World Championship to Lewis Hamilton, he was 1 corner away from the title. He probably has a dartboard with Timo Glock's face on it. Stoffel Van Dorn was probably thinking he had a future in Formula 1 ahead of him. It turned out to be an unreliable nightmare and is quickly given the boot. I'm going for 2015 when he dominated the GP2 Championship and looked to have a bright future ahead of him. Alexander Sims is a tough one. He hasn't had that much success in lesser motorsport series, like the British GT Championship. I guess 2011 when he had 1 win in GP3 with Status. Maybe he should look at other career endeavours. Maximilian Gunther is only 21. His best years are to come. I mean, what were you doing when you were 21? Drinking too much and trying desperately not to go home alone at night? I'll go 2017 when he finished third in Formula 3 for Prima with 5 wins. Alex Lynn, well, 2014 he won GP3, had a couple of mediocre seasons in GP2, Formula 1 tests with Lotus, but I'm sticking with 2014. It's a hard choice. Gary Paffett, the man who is too tall to drive in Formula 1 apparently. Well, we have 2 DTM championships to choose from, 2005 or 2018. I'll go the first one when he beat the likes of Matthias Ekstrom, Tom Christensen and Bernd Schneider to the title. Oliver Turvey hasn't won a race since 2014. The lower half of Formula E is really desperate. I'll go 2014 when he won his class at Le Mans. Jose Maria Lopez dominated the World Touring Car Championship for 3 years with Citroën. So which to choose? I'll go for 2015 when he took 10 wins and 9 other podiums on his way to winning the championship. Certainly not 2008 for Nelson Piquet Jr. He probably doesn't want to be reminded of Crashgate. I'll go for 2015 when he became the first ever Formula E champion. His 3-time Formula 1 winning dad must be so proud. Tom Dillon never seems to do a full season in anything. He's the guy you call when you need a replacement. In 2016 he did win the V8 3.5 series, so that, I guess. Felipe Nasser won the 2018 WeatherTech Sports Car Championship, but I'm going for his first year in Formula 1. 2015 and he managed 5th in his debut Grand Prix. Getting rid of him and keeping Marcus Ericsson is like dumping Emma Stone and carrying on with an overweight landlady from the local pub. And finally, Felix Rosenqvist. He's had a few good years, winning Formula 3 in the Macau Grand Prix in 2015, but I'm going 2017 when he finished 3rd in Formula E and also 3rd in Super Formula in Japan. And that's the list. 25 drivers and their best years in motorsport. Like, comment and subscribe. I'm releasing more Formula E videos this week. Have a good one.